Now, from WYDC TV, this is Big Fox News at 10.
Thanks for joining us. I'm Ann Emanuel. We had another day with a heat advisory in the Twin Tiers. Let's go to meteorologist Alyssa Triplett with more on this heat, just as many kids are heading back to school. Alyssa?
Well, we definitely think when we're talking September and heading back to school that we're moving out of those summer-like conditions, but they are gripping onto our area, at least for the next few days. We still even have a heat advisory that is going to continue into our Wednesday, where we're watching again that near record high temperatures are possible as heat indices are even heading towards those triple digits. But there will be some relief that we are tracking towards the end of the work week, and I'll have more details on our full forecast coming up in just a few minutes.
All right, thanks, Alyssa. And reporter Gianna Gelosi looks at how students, parents, and schools are reacting to the return of classes amid this heat wave.
My teacher said that it gets really hot in their classroom.
3, 2, 1!
Labor Day has come and gone, and that means it's time for millions of kids to head back to the classroom.
Happy first day!
But many of those students will be returning in the middle of a major heat wave impacting states coast to coast. Milwaukee officials announced Monday night that the first day of school there will be shorter than expected. Classes ending early on Tuesday due to extreme heat warnings. In Minneapolis, temperatures are expected to reach well over 90 degrees, prompting fears of heat-related illnesses. Officials there say they won't delay the start of the new year, but advise faculty and staff to keep kids in air-conditioned rooms whenever possible. Some students say that's not a realistic plan.
There's probably like 2 rooms with AC, so a lot of the teachers take their classes to those rooms, but there's too many classes to fill those up.
And it's a similar situation in the Northeast. Dozens of schools announcing early dismissals on Tuesday and Wednesday to keep kids safe, including Philadelphia, where some parents are questioning the timing of the reopening, saying kids should still be playing at the pool in this kind of heat.
I think they should just postpone opening up the schools this week and wait until it's weather conditioned so that they can enjoy the first day.
And America's biggest school district, New York City, is gearing up for students to return Thursday. There have been no early dismissals announced so far. In New York, Gianna Gelosi, Fox News.
Horseheads School District headed back to the classroom this morning. Many schools in the southern tier are starting up again this week, with Horseheads leading the charge. Both Elmira City School District and Corning School District will welcome students to the classroom this Thursday. With students out and about, remember to keep your eye on the road. Stop for all school buses, whether they're loading or unloading. We here at Big Fox News want to wish students and teachers a great first day back. A couple of schools in Pennsylvania were closed today due to the search for an escaped killer. Authorities have been hunting for Danilo Cavalcante in the Chester County area for days. He was spotted on camera walking a trail around Longwood Gardens Monday night. A family farm in Steuben County is inviting the community to experience farm life with them. Our Maggie Hall visited Evermore Farms to find out what visitors can look forward to.
This farm getaway is less than 20 minutes from downtown Corning, and with over 100 acres, has no shortage of activities for people of all ages. 3 generations of the Burns family have farmed and are currently farming this land. John's parents moved from Philadelphia in 1969 for his father to come work for Corning, and in 1970 they moved from the city up to the farm.
So me being the last of 9, I was still here when he retired from Corning, and he wanted to get rid of the cattle and not be tied down, which is reasonable. But my brother and I, who was the next one up from me, we did not want to get rid of the farm, and we did not want to get rid of the cattle. So we went to my dad with like a 2-year business plan, which totally failed. But we went ahead, bought a bull, and we started our own little beef business.
That little beef business is now a fully working farm with 400 animals. John, along with his wife Ann and their 9 children, have now started a new business venture that just opened up this weekend, opening their farm to agritourism.
When we married, we decided we would do full-time farming. So we've been doing that now for 21 years, and as a large growing family, we're always looking for another way to make another dollar. And so we started this new venture with agritourism. We try to get something for a little bit for everybody. So we have a petting zoo for the smaller kids. We have other farm animals. We have a video documentary for those that are interested in farming and alternative types of farming from somebody that has a little experience. We have sports activities, we have a grass maze, we have a gift shop, and for those that want to venture out a little bit more, we have 3 miles of hiking trail with some picnic areas there.
The farm offers full tours of their pastures and land, and with your $10 admission fee, you even get a marshmallow and hot dog to roast. This family-built and family-run farm open to the public is an incredible chance to experience something you maybe haven't before. Life on a farm. Starting on September 12th, the farm will be open for business every Tuesday and Wednesday from 4 to sunset and Saturdays from 10 to sunset. You can even get an early morning hike in on Saturday with their hiking trails opening at 8. You and your family can experience farm life for yourself right here on Evermore Farms. To learn more about spending a day here on the farm, visit the link on your screen. Maggie Hall, Big Fox News, Lindley.
After closing for a crash, Route 14 in Pennsylvania has reopened. The state route was closed in both Tioga and Bradford counties around 2 p.m. Monday. PennDOT announced the reopening of Route 14 this morning. To check the condition of roadways in PA, you can visit 511pa.com. Coronavirus has hit the White House. First Lady Dr. Jill Biden tested positive for COVID-19 Monday night. According to her office, Dr. Biden is experiencing only mild symptoms. She will remain at the first couple's home in Rehoboth Beach, Delaware. White House Press Secretary Karine Jean-Pierre says President Biden tested negative. The president is expected to be monitored for symptoms over the next week. United Airlines issuing a nationwide ground stop today. United says it ordered the ground stop because of a technology issue. The airline later said it identified a fix for the issue and flights resumed. The ground stop lasted about 40 minutes. No word on the specifics of the issue. Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg said in a statement that the Department of Transportation will make sure United meets its obligations to affected passengers. Still ahead, we have your complete forecast. Plus,
back to school season continues heating up, but overseas in Ukraine, going to class during a war is something many people aren't prepared for. I'm Jackie Ibanez. That story straight ahead.
Here's your local stock market update from Big Fox. Now, your Twin Tiers forecast from Big Fox.
Well, September and fall typically come hand in hand, especially with football season, the fall colors starting to pop. But we're seeing here for early September, it's not unusual to see these 90-degree days stack up. And we're looking at another one for our Wednesday with hot and sunny conditions with those near record high temperatures on the board. We're not only going to be seeing that we have the heat, but we're also going to have summer-like storms in place. But that's what's going to give us some changes. Now, it is going to still be paired up with some of that stickiness through at least Friday, but then following a very strong cold front passage, it will keep us a little rainy, but pair up with some fall-like conditions into our weekend forecast. So some relief is on the way, but we at least are going to be stacking up with one more day of that very warm sunshine. Now, we also have very rich moisture values, which allows for some foggy conditions, but it also brings that excessive heat where we see that as we work into that bright and warming sunshine, temperatures are into the 90s by the early afternoon and then at near record potential by the late afternoon. And we do fall underneath that heat advisories. What we're noting is that as we head into those mid-90s, your heat indice values are heading anywhere from those mid-90s to those even triple digits possible. Elmira looking at the potential of 99 for a peak heat indice and could hit that triple digit marker. So although school has started up and it's September, do not let your guard down. That sun is still very powerful and heat illnesses are possible. So that's why that heat alert is in place. So hydration hydration is key, especially sending kiddos out to school with plenty of water, taking breaks out of the sunshine during recess, and always, parents as well, look before you lock. Never leave children or pets in the car. This sunshine with these type of temperatures warms up the inside of your car in a matter of minutes. Again, the sunshine is still very, very powerful. So low to mid 90s are a possibility for that record potential. Now we will though be talking about changes to start to work their way in, and that's going to come with the frontal system. Now the start of our Thursday is going to be similar to what we've been dealing with. A nice warm southerly wind in place, having the potential to still hit those lower 90s. Heat indices even mid to upper 90s possible, so still some heat concerns. But storm chances will usher in as we head into the end of the day ahead of a frontal system, which even brings a marginal risk across the area. A marginal risk is a level 1 out of 5, so looking at the potential of isolated storms potentially becoming severe. Now what we'll see is that the full frontal system passage won't occur until about Saturday, so we'll keep some storm chances and still a little bit of some summertime stickiness on Friday, but relief continues to gradually move in, and by the weekend we'll linger underneath that low pressure system, which keeps us cloudier and with some chances for some showers, maybe some isolated thunder, but we're back to more seasonable conditions before as we head into next week. What we'll watch is that we'll continue to watch that a cooler, more fall-like air mass moves in, and the downward trend of those temperatures will hit those lower 70s with some sunshine early next week.